Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? Happy TGIF, or at least it's Friday as I record this today. I am so happy, not just because today is Friday, but because I have joy unspeakable. And you say, well, Deidre, what happened? What didn't happen? Spilled the tea. Nothing, except for the fact that I woke up this morning and some people didn't. And merely because of God's grace and mercy, I woke up. It was not that alarm clock that I kept snoozing to. It was purely because His grace and His mercy. And He said, Deidre, wake up. And I said, no, I don't want to, but I thank you. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm just happy. Just, like I said, just to have life, health, and strength. I will be 52 in August 28th, should the Lord say so. And I could have been gone so many times, but I am still here. Not just here, but healthy. And I just thank God, a portion of health. I mean, sometimes you never know just how healthy you are. You don't know what's going on sometimes, you know. But I feel healthy. So let's just put it that way. Anyways, you guys, first of all, I want to get to behind this Maserati here. Anyways, I just wanted to, number one, thank my blessed ones for all of the comments and advice and profound messages that you left on my, I think it was my last video, talking about am I going forward or backwards. And one person, OMG, I'm so sorry, maybe I put it in the comments, I'm so sorry, I don't remember specifically which blessed one said this, but she basically said that you're not going neither forward nor backwards. You're just in a certain season where God will have you to be. And that thing just like opened up my eyes, like the scales just fell from my eyes, because I was starting to feel like, Lord, am I going backwards in life? I mean, I'm like, I thank you for the blessings and the opportunities, but am I going backwards in my life? And when she just said, you're just in a season that God has blessed you to be in, to reach some of your goals, and I was just like, you know what, that just resonated with me, because it's so true, because there is no doubt in my mind that God orchestrated everything that's going on in my life, and it would just take a whole nother 30-45 minute video for me to even lay out for you all how everything was orchestrated. The blessings as far as the part-time job, and as far as our vehicles that we got, and just how Lord just blessed and orchestrated everything. And I just thought, you know what, Deidre, your steps were ordered by the Lord. Truly they were ordered by the Lord. Truly all the opportunities that you've been afforded and blessed with, God did that. The favor that was upon your life, favor with man, God did that. Therefore, you are in His will. You are doing what you need to do, and what He's blessed you to do, and what He's opened up the opportunity for you to do in this season. And everything in our life is seasonal, and this is not forever. But this is what God has blessed you with today. So thank you for that clarity. No, I'm not going backwards. I'm just in a different season than I was a year ago, 5 years ago. And in another year, 2, 3, however long this season lasts, I'm going to be in a different season. Doesn't mean you're going backwards or forwards. It just means you're moving from season to season. When we move from spring to summer, y'all, I don't know my seasons. So I think, spring, I think spring, when we go from spring to summer to fall to winter, I do know my seasons. I take that back. When we go from those different natural seasons, doesn't mean you're going backwards. Doesn't mean, we're going forward now to winter. It just means we're just moving through the seasons. All right, you guys. So that was one of the things I want to talk about. And what was the other thing I want? Question of the day. This was the whole idea of this video, y'all. But question of the day: Can someone else's mistake be your blessing? Let that sink in. If someone else makes a mistake, but you benefit from that mistake, is that your blessing? Or is that not a blessing when somebody else makes a mistake? And I give you a couple examples where I kind of grapple with that question, and that's something I've been thinking about for not ongoing, but every now and then it pops into my head for years. And I tell you, like, what really made me think of this question is I was looking at my credit card statement about a week ago, and I know, and I'm just looking at the charges, and I was like, what is this 99-cent charge on my my bill? I don't remember. This is a credit card. I'm like, I wouldn't have charged no 99 cents. And I'm thinking, fraud alert or what? What happened? And I look and figure out what it was, and it was what do you call it? A piece of furniture that I bought. It was like an ottoman, like an ottoman, and it was $99. Well, the man charged me 99 cents. This was probably 3 months ago now. So my first thought was, oh, thank you, Jesus. Look here, I got my blessing. My $99 ottoman only cost 99 cents. But then I started thinking, I'm saying, oh, thank you, Jesus, I got my blessing. Then I started thinking, well, Deidre, is that a blessing? Is that a blessing when the guy made a mistake? I don't know. I feel like it's a blessing, but I don't know. So I'm just wondering, okay, somebody, a clerk or someone gives you back too much money. And just say you don't even discover it right then, but just say, a little later on, you get in your car, you get on the road, or you reach your destination and you realize, oh, they gave you too much money back, extra 20 or, whatever. Because I've had this happen. Where I purchased something and the person was supposed to give me, probably some young girl who didn't know what she was doing and didn't know how to calculate, and she was supposed to give me just say, $19 back. Well, she gave me $19 back plus the amount of my purchase. So that means not only did I get the item free, she gave me an additional $19 back. And I don't know if I didn't realize it right then. I can't lie, y'all, because it was years and years ago, so I can't lie. So I might have realized it right then and said, "Ooh, got my blessing, let me get up out of the store." Or I realized it later. And I think this question probably popped up in my head then when that happened. Like, "Ooh, I got a blessing. I didn't have to pay for my item." But then I started thinking the morality of that. Is that moral or immoral? Is it a blessing or not a blessing? And I know a lot of situations are different. Good, 7:45. I know a lot of situations are different and are not quite the same. But I've been wondering about that. When somebody else's mistake, is that a blessing for you? Even deeper than that, somebody else's calamity. Can you feel like you were blessed? So say, for instance, a bad car accident, and you passed the accident and the accident just happened. And you're like, OMG, had I not just stopped to go to the bathroom real quick, that could have very well possibly been me in that car accident. Lord, I thank you. Which I do know that is a thing to be thankful for. But now that's somebody else's calamity. Is that a blessing for you? I don't know. Like I said, I know a lot of different situations are the same, are not the same. Okay, but I'm gonna end with you all with this story as it relates to blessings. So many of you, my blessed ones who have been with me for a long time, you might have heard this story, but I got a lot of new blessed ones, so just be patient. But a long time ago, when I say long, it had to be, I was not even married, so I'm going to say about 20 something years ago. I went to my credit union and went through the drive-thru and withdrew some money. Now, mind you, my sister was a bank teller or the head bank teller at this credit union. So whenever I went through the drive-thru, she never helped me, for whatever, policy reasons. But this young lady helped me, and I took out, I'm not just going to say I took out, $300. And she ended up giving me like $400. So when I'm at the window, as soon as she gives me the money, many of you might have heard me say, my mom and my dad taught us to count our money. Anytime there's an exchange of money, count your money. I don't care who gives it to you. My mama can hand me $300-$400. I'm going to count it. So the young lady gives me the envelope. They pass it through the tube in the envelope. And I count the money. And I realized at that time that she gave me an extra $100. And I said, in my mind, ooh, I got a blessing. So I drive away and I'm going about my business. And sometimes, a few hours later or at the end of the day, I can't remember because this was about 20 years ago, my sister calls me. Remember, my sister works at the bank. She's like, Deidre, earlier today you came in and did a transaction, and the credit union say if you don't bring the extra $100 back, because that's how we talk to each other. They said if you don't bring the extra $100 back, I said what extra $100? And she was like, they did an audit or something and figured out that they gave you an extra $100. I was like, well, girl, let me check my envelope. Girl, I took out the envelope, opened up while I'm on the phone with my sister. And you hear that money count. Shoo, 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 shoo. Oh, I do have $400. Girl, I didn't even realize it. I said, okay, I'll bring the $100 back right now, whatever. Y'all, for years, it was probably maybe 15 years later when I confessed to my sister that, girl, I knew I had that extra $100. I thought that was my blessing. Yeah, I was saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled. I was young in the Lord, but I just told that big lie, and that's why I can still remember 20 years later. So anyways, was that my blessing, that extra $100, or was it not my blessing? Okay, you guys, y'all, let's have lively conversation, which we always do, because y'all smart like that. Let's have some lively conversation about that. Tell me what you think about that. But anyways, I hope that you have a joyful weekend. And you want to know what? It's your decision. Regardless of what happened, the decision, the choice is yours. All right, love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Have a blessed weekend.